To Remembering Our Spirits from the book Around the Year with Emmett Fox, August 26th, 2023. The Four Horsemen. Read Revelations 6. The four horsemen of the apocalypse give the key to the nature of man as we know him. When you understand these symbols thoroughly, you will understand your own makeup, and you will be able to begin the work of getting dominion over yourself and your surroundings. The Bible is not written in the style of a modern book. It has a method of its own of conveying knowledge through picturesque symbols. The reason being that this is the only possible way in which knowledge could be given to people in all ages in different parts of the world and of different degrees of spiritual development. A symbol appeals to any audience, each individual getting just what they are ready for. The four horsemen of the apocalypse stand for the four parts or elements of human nature. There is first of all, the physical body, the thing that you see when you look in the mirror. Then there is your feeling nature or emotions. Although you cannot see your feelings, you are tremendously conscious of them. Third, there is your intellect, which contains every bit of knowledge that you possess. Finally, there is your spiritual nature, your real eternal self, the true you, the I am, the indwelling Christ. This is your real identity, which is eternal. Almost everyone believes in its existence. But most people are very little conscious of it as an actuality. Ultimately, the time will come when the first three will be merged into the fourth. And then we shall all know, instead of only believing, that the spiritual nature is all. And you shall seek me and find me, and you shall search for me with all your heart. Jeremiah 29:13. Our spiritual nature. That's what this channel is all about. Our spiritual natures. There's only that's not what I want to say. There are many ways to be in relationship with our spiritual natures that are indwelling within us. Course in Miracles refers to it as our Christ self, and Emmett Fox in today's reading referred to it as our indwelling Christ. The spirit of love, Christ, Allah, Yahweh, Buddha. I know there are many, many other names used. Our spiritual nature. What are your practices to be in relationship with your spiritual nature? We are not cancel. We are to seek for our spiritual nature within ourselves. Then our indwelling spiritual nature will in turn join with other people's spiritual natures. I see your spiritual nature. I also often have the gift of seeing the internal obstacles in the way of you remembering and experiencing your spiritual nature. I also want to share that the past 2 days have been challenging for me. And I was not feeding my spiritual nature, I was feeding my physical and emotional nature with a lot of sugar. And just know that we all have moments and days and times when we mistakenly are not choosing to be in the practice of remembering and feeding our spiritual natures. That's the truth. I'm in this human experience. I was struggling the past couple days. I was really, really pissed off at God. And in my mind, I was blaming the people who are closest to me. I catch myself, remember, spot it and stop it. And I choose to take 100% full personal responsibility for my thought life, my feeling life, my intellectual life, my physical life, my spiritual life. Where are you perhaps blaming other people for some of your horsemen that are driving your life? Is it your ego fear-based self, or on the saddle of those four horsemen, or is it your love-based self? Horses are really genuinely very spiritual animals. Really, really wonderful spiritual healing animals. What I did this morning was I upped my spiritual practice. Walking is highly meditative for me. I got myself out for a walk this morning very early. I did not want to go. So there are spiritual practices and tools that I pick up and use no matter how I'm feeling. I may forget to pick them up for a temporary period of time. 48, 72 hours, maybe a week here and there, no more than that, no longer than that anymore, because I become so miserable. And I no longer choose to live in that misery. I choose to live in conscious contact with my understanding of God, and I choose to feed my spiritual nature. He's spoken here of doing the work to have dominion over ourselves and our surroundings. I choose to have dominion over myself and my surroundings. And I choose to have dominion with love-based thoughts, beliefs, perceptions, words, and behaviors. What are you allowing to have dominion over your four horsemen today? As always, take the best for you and leave the rest. Have a blessed day.